Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. We are looking at the Prisma Visions Tarot. This is by James R. Eads. All of the artwork is by James R. Eads, and this is the 2019 5th edition. So if you were to purchase this deck today brand new, like off Amazon or other places that may potentially carry this deck, you would likely purchase the 8th edition, I believe. And just really, how cool is that? Now, this artist really kept this deck fairly true to the Raider White system, which I really like. He did add an extra card. It is the Reverie card, which is part of the Major Arcana. And I think it's just so cool when the artist changes the deck just a little bit by adding their own card to the deck instead of making the suit something completely different or changing the way that you have to interpret the deck. So I appreciate that extra card. Now that sun card that just went past, oh my gosh, just drenched with color. I love that card. It's one of my favorites in the deck. And isn't it funny how you can pick a favorite card for each of the different decks? I don't know if everybody does that, but like I gravitate towards certain cards. I really relate to certain cards because of the way that I personally read the deck, but I always like pick one or two or three, sometimes more depending on the deck, but cards that like really I'm like, this is really the best card in the whole deck. So I love that sun card. I think it's so cool. Now I don't know how the artist developed the particular images in this deck, but they look like perhaps they are AI enhanced, which I don't mind. The art is original by James R. Eads, and I really love the way that he came up with these images. They're sort of dreamy while still being easy to interpret what the card is trying to say. Now, what I really like is when an artist stays true to the system that they're working with, whether it's Rider Waite or Marseille. And, the tower card, for instance, the tower is generally a tower and it's exploding and there are people falling off, and it's generally indicative of the Tower of Babel from the Bible. And I like it when the artist stays true to that concept while putting their own twist on the art without deviating too far, so that when we see the tower card, or any other card for that matter, that we know that's what it is and we know the meaning of the card. So I feel like this artist did a pretty good job of doing that with this deck. Now, I don't have any other versions of this deck. I only have the 5th edition, so I don't know if there's differences between the different editions or if they're all just the same deck in different publication dates. But one of the things that drove me to purchase this deck was the idea that you could line up the cards and create a bigger picture. Yeah, I know, novel concept. But I'd never seen the cards actually placed side by side and have it form a whole different image, which is what this deck does. And I think all of the Prisma Vision decks do that. But I thought that was really unique. I'd never seen it before. There are probably other decks out there who have done that, but this was the first one that I had seen. So there's a couple of images here at the end of the video showing you how you can line up the cards and make a whole different picture. How cool is that? Remember, you are loved.